So, I have an idea for the next Legend of Zelda game, or it could be a different Nintendo franchise, but I feel like the Legend of Zelda really suits this thing well. Alright, so that game would be kind of like a Zelda game, but instead of knowing everything what's inside of the chest or what the enemy's gonna drop, I feel like it should be add a little bit more randomness. Now, let's just say that you start off somewhere in the Legend of Zelda. You start off in the middle of nowhere. Now, there's one chest. You can either get a plain old copper rusty sword. You can get yourself a lightning sword. Now, this one would have a lower percent chance. And then you can get yourself the gold holly thingamajig. Now, the gold holly thingamajig would be a 0.1% chance of dropping. But once you get it, you feel like, hey, I'm super lucky, by the way. I got myself the gold random thingamajig. Anyways, this item, this kind of way of playing games, I feel like actually I love that. Because right now, if you're playing Tears of the Kingdom, or you're playing Breath of the Wild, or you're playing any other game, you probably know that, ooh, the game is set. It's set, so you can go open the chest and you know exactly what's going to be in the chest. But don't you think that Zelda games, or any other game in general, would be fun with just kind of like the random aspect? That you can get super rare things from these items, from these chests, from whatever. Or, instead of it being, well, I know that I'm going to be getting a ancient screw from this chest. Oh wait, I'm also going to be getting a lightning sword from this chest. Oh no, shoots. But imagine these weird wonky items that you can get essentially any one of them. You can get straight garbage, you can get useless door stopper bricks, or even you can get yourself the nice, beautiful, holy, great sword of mastery. Anyways, it's not the master sword, by the way. Anyways, so you see, these games that you're able to go around, explore things, and then, ooh, there's a chest. I don't know what's going to be in that. Especially, it brings a little bit of more value, especially if you want to replay the game at some point. You walk over, you open the chest, and you're like, I'm not sure what am I going to get, and then it like do, and it does that noise thingy. And then it opens up, bum, 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 and it gets like different colors, and you're like, oh my gosh, I got myself the golden holy great sword. You're welcome, see? And then you get it, and you're like, let's go, I got that. I feel like the randomness is better. Also, randomizers, when you play games and then you randomize it, it's so fun, by the way. It's really fun to randomize the items that you're going to get, because it really gives yourself that extra step that you need to really have a great playthrough. So, like, there's a lot of randomizers that are pretty good. Now, I've tried one for Breath of the Wild. Yes, Breath of the Wild. It was a pretty good randomizer. Like, you really didn't know what was going to happen throughout the chest. I feel like Nintendo should actually do this. Add a randomizer or whatever. Charge a little bit extra more, whatever. Then you don't have to feel like you're breaking the system. You're going straight to prison after that one. So, yeah. Hopefully, they make something like that. But anyways, randomizers in general for any video game is just fun. They're just really fun. Like, when you're taking a video game, you're putting this on. Let's just say we're playing Pokemon, alright? So, you randomize the Pokemon. So then, you walk into the grass, and ooh, you can just walk into a Zapdos. What? A Zapdos, really? Anyways, you get yourself your Zapdos right off the bat. I feel like that's a little bit broken, but hey, this could be an extended game mode, or even like the Legend of Zelda thing. It doesn't have to be just everything has to be messed up. Just the item, because then it leads to a great playthrough. If you want, you can add everything, like the entire world is actually messed up. But I feel like Nintendo would never bring this, because I don't know if it's like a coding problem, like maybe it takes too much coding and resources to make a complete randomized thing. They don't want to break something, or I don't know, but I really love these randomizers because you just don't know. You have no idea what's gonna be there. It could be like, it could be a tiger for all you know, or it could be this big old dragon that wants to attack you. Yeah, a big old dragon just in the middle of nowhere, actually in the spawn point. Then you're playing Dark Souls to try to get around the dragon. But I'm just saying, hey, randomizers, really, really fun. And also, what about the randomizers that randomize essentially main story unique items that you need? Let's just take The Legend of Zelda, A Link Between Worlds, for example. There are randomizers for that, and it's pretty cool. It's pretty interesting because usually you need specific items to get across specific things. But what if you can get the band that you could go straight through a different world, or you can just phase through the wall before you even go to the first palace or the first dungeon to get it? So you're just going through the dungeon with being able to go through walls. Now that game's not the best example for that, but I will tell you, A Link's Awakening, that game is pretty cool because if you randomize it, then you can go to any temple you want, get different chests. Every time you open a chest, you get a random other thing. But I feel like to make it last longer, you shouldn't randomize everything. You should more like have a higher percent chance to get yourself a ruby, and then a different percent chance to get yourself boots or a sword or a super powerful one-hit obliterator or something. I feel like that right there would be the way to put it, because then how randomizers are right now, they're more like you know, you get this and you get that, and it's kind of random. But adding a bad thing, an obvious bad thing, and then a pretty good thing, and then the insane thing that is 0.01100%. It makes for a pretty cool playthrough. I'm just saying, Nintendo, hey, I got you covered. These are some pretty good ideas. And if you add them to the Nintendo Switch, you may have a lot of customers knocking at your door saying, hey, I'm ready. Here, take my $20. Here you go. And there you go. You can play some Legend of Zelda randomizer unique experience. Or you don't even need a randomizer. If they decide to make a game that things are more randomized instead of being a static kind of chess or a static thing, I feel like that makes the game much better. Cause you're looking at the chest and you're like, well, I wonder what I'm gonna get. Open the chest. Come on, please. Give me the one-hit obliterate, please. Please. Oh, darn it. You gave me the emerald. What am I supposed to do with an emerald? Come on. Oh, man. All my hopes and dreams. But I'm sure I'll be able to get myself another one-hit obliterate at one point. Alright, I'm going to look for the chest. I'm going for the look for the chest. Ooh, I found a chest. Alright, let's open it. Moment of truth. Number 2. Here we go. Here we go. Ooh. Oh. Oh, man. Darn it. It's not the one-hit obliterator. It's the frost blade. I mean, I guess thank you, chest. Thank you. See? You see like that? I think that it's really fun. It's really fun getting things that you're not sure that you're actually gonna get. Really, really exciting. Really, really love it. You see, what do you think about things like this? Do you think randomizers are a desperate need? Instead of making everything a static, you know what's gonna be inside the chest, especially for the Legend of Zelda games. Mostly every single chest in a Zelda game is a static placement there, so you're obviously always going to get that item that you need. I guess it's kind of for like if you're looking at a 2D Zelda game, you're you're looking at the placement of items. You need this item to progress. But in the 3D environment, like Tears of the Kingdom or Breath of the Wild, you could have made everything random. I mean, it would have been a really fun experience to get a higher percent chance of getting a gem, or a little bit lower to get some random sword, and then even lower to get the super rare stuff, the stuff that is super, super good. Now in that game, you use items to make it better, but hey, add a DLC, add something. Then you can add extra weapons, you can add extra whatever. But I don't think at this point we're getting a DLC. So sad. Now my copy of Tears of the Kingdom is going to become a door stopper. Oh, Tears of the Kingdom. How I miss you. I really want to see some extremely hard game mode where random stuff is like out to play, you know? You're really using your mind to use the random stuff anyways. What do you think about this? Do you think that this is the most useless video that you've ever heard before? Or do you think, hey, I agree with you. Random stuff is fun. I don't know, let me know in the comment section down below. And thank you so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed. And with that being said, see you in the next one.